Like, I guess my point is, right, like, you know, like I've seen like a compilation, like a documentary on Hassan in Asmon Gold's chat. So you might say that's a bias, but every single thing I saw in that documentary was opposition to Hassan, and I agreed on nearly every point because the clips that they kept referring to justify as evidence were mainly clips of Hassan saying such and such terrorist organization does make a somewhat rational point. And it's like, bro, you can't say that, bro. Like, I was in Choco Jacks's stream yesterday saying, like, she asked people, what would you do if you can magically shoot fire out of your hands? People in the chat started saying, oh, we destroy the world. Choco Jacks was like, yeah, we destroy the world. I said, I joined the military. I'm not destroying the world, you know? Like, that's what terrorists do, bro. But I don't need to tell you that, you're bigger than me, bro. You make so much money. But I mean, like, Bill Gates, like, couldn't randomly just quote Elon Musk. I don't know. Let's like, you can't just like lace someone's name with a crime just because like they're ramping up the tension, but they're not wrong. You know, like there's no need for that. Like as Asmongold says some stuff sometimes that I don't entirely agree with. Um, like for me personally, like for instance, I once sided with an initiative that Joe Biden made. Right, Asmongold thinks Joe Biden, at least by the end of his term, became weak. Right. Um. So yeah, I mean, like for instance, like the thing is, I know mental health, right? Like to some degree, right? Like I've worked in mental health. I I I was working in mental. I was like I was working in mental health like when I was a child, right? Like when I was like 10 years old, right? And I wouldn't say Joe Biden has any mental health problem. That's like actually flagged up as like this person's a flight risk, right? I wouldn't say that. I think he's either under too much pressure or they're not giving him enough time to speak. I believe he does have a stammer as well. I mean, like, like, are you asking too much or are you being funny, like, in the way you're approaching that? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah, my point is, like, right, like, like the guy's calling out Asmongold and is like, oh man, you like lollies. I know you like lollies. Are these child kid girls in cartoons? Only in cartoons he's saying, right? He's not saying IRL in Hassan's defense. But and he's like, oh, Asmon needs to address this. And I'm like, bro, why don't you just call the police, fam? Like, like, or like, don't you have connections that could do that for you? Why'd you have to put it on air? Like, what about if someone like me who has that type of trauma, or like Tectone, or Evanito, who has these types of traumas, and they hear you talking this shit, and it's like, fam, that's not like 100%, fam. Like, you can't just back it out on someone on these things. It's like that doesn't make sense. Like, we don't want to hear that, you know. Like maybe like people who haven't had that type of experience might find it funny, but it's not funny, fam. Like just point blank, it's not funny, fam. Like, you know, um, like if someone's actually done it, then actually I actually might laugh. Like if they are actually that person, like how I cope with hearing stuff like that is I will laugh. But if it's not true, I don't like it. So um um yeah, and the thing is like who are you actually trying to like rally to do this? Because you could have handled it in like a business sense, like tell your agent or something. But by randomly saying, yo, guys on the road are pedophile, like this guy's a pedophile. Fam, do you know what would happen to him if he walks out on the road? Like if he goes up to like, I don't know, where in the UK is crazy, like Soho or something. Like fam, like guys on the road get paid to deal with shit like that. You know what the black market is, fam. Like they strong arm people into paying their debts. Fam, if you're a pedophile, you're in debt forever, fam. So what are you actually trying to do to Asmon Gold? Is my point.